Yo, what it do, YouTube family? Man, it's y'all boy Sluu Hustle. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Go ahead and like and subscribe before we get into this. Hey man, in today's video, they try and say Pooh Shiesty just helped his homeboy break out of prison. I don't know how true it is, but we better tap in and let's see what they got.
Breaking news. Take a look at this picture. In a story that you will only see on Fox 13, this is a convicted killer. Right now, he is on the run after the Shelby County Jail released him.
Now, this was a sudden change for Anthony Green.
Wait, what?
A jury convicted him of murder, and only 38 minutes later, the jail set him free.
Fox 13's Troy Sprint joins us live.
Hold on. So is he on the run? Is he on the run though? He technically didn't break out of prison. He was found guilty and y'all released him. Free that man. Free that man. Y'all, yeah.
Troy's
man, let that man be, man.
Was really an issue of just bad timing. Walk us through what happened.
Yes, so Anthony Green
was you gotta let me know.
Pooh Shiesty is reportedly under investigation for allegedly helping his homie escape from prison. And not just any homie, we're talking about a convicted murderer who walked out of jail 38 minutes after being found guilty.
That is wild as fuck.
A whole jury said this man is guilty of first-degree murder, and less than an hour later, he's walking out the front door like he just paid a parking ticket.
Yo,
and now,
could you imagine that though, bruh? Like, nigga, you just on, like, you on trial. You feel me? You probably just fought for your life and you just lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way they've been giving niggas sentences lately, bro. I mean, shit, just check the channel out. I didn't see niggas get 12 life sentences plus 105 years. A nigga got 105 years. Another nigga got 95 years. So, like, right now we're assuming he just caught some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Or he's about to catch some crazy shit because it wasn't sentencing, but he just found guilty. Nigga, you go back to lockup, you waiting, you know what I mean? You just chilling. They talking about, come on, man, you out of here, you gone. Nigga, you're not saying Nate Daniel, you're getting the fuck up and you're leaving. First degree murder, nigga, you're not speaking on a damn thing. I might not even grab what I got with me. Y'all can have that. I'm gone. Come on, bro.
Shiesty been helping him stay hidden ever since. This is some movie type shit, but it's happening in real life right now in Memphis. So buckle up, because what I'm about to break down is absolutely insane.
Pooh got the money.
All right, before we get into how Pooh allegedly got involved in this mess, we got to set the scene and understand who we're dealing with.
Okay, break it down for us.
The escaped is named Anthony Green, but in the streets, people know him as Choppa Wop. Now, Choppa Wop ain't just some random dude. This man is part of the same Memphis circle that runs deep with Pooh Shiesty and the whole 1017 crew. These Memphis streets are connected.
He had the 1017 channel too. Okay. But that nigga Gucci signing too, big scar right there.
1017
nigga,
these Memphis streets are connected,
that was Hank right there.
Everybody know everybody, and loyalty runs deeper than blood out there. To really understand this bond, you gotta know about Memphis street culture. This ain't like other cities where crews are spread out and disconnected. In Memphis, specifically in areas like South Memphis and Whitehaven, the street network is incredibly tight. Pooh Shiesty came up in this environment, grinding from nothing, and the people he came up with are the same people he still rocks with today. Choppa Wop was one of those day one homies. They was running together before the fame, before the record deal with Gucci Mane's 1017 records, before any of the success. That's the type of loyalty we're dealing with here. The kind where you'd risk everything because that's your brother, not by blood, but by circumstance and survival. Let me take y'all back to June 2020 because that's where this whole story really starts. Memphis, Whitehaven area, it's a hot summer night and a 27-year-old man named Octavius Atkins is just sitting in his car at the intersection of Shelby Drive and Neely Road. He's minding his business, probably on his phone, maybe waiting for somebody we don't know. But what we do know is that out of nowhere, a white Mercedes SUV pulls up, and that's when everything went left. According to police reports and witness statements, somebody in that white Mercedes opened fire on Atkins' car. We're talking multiple shots, broad daylight, no hesitation type shit. Octavius Atkins died right there at the scene, fam, gone in an instant. But it didn't stop there. A 49-year-old man who was sitting in another car nearby also got hit. He survived, but the message was clear. Whoever did this was on some serious timing. Now here's where it gets real. After the shooting, that white Mercedes SUV just vanished. But Memphis police ain't stupid, and they started working the case immediately. Hours later, they found that same white Mercedes behind a building completely torched. Somebody set that car on fire trying to destroy evidence, which tells you this wasn't random. This was calculated. This was somebody who knew what they were doing, trying to cover their tracks. The Memphis Police Department knew they were dealing with someone who understood how investigations work. Someone who was trying to make sure no DNA, no fingerprints, no ballistic evidence could tie them to that vehicle. The Memphis...
Now look, I'm always telling y'all, man, a nigga, you gonna go do this shit, make it as hard as fucking possible for them niggas. Don't give them niggas no evidence. Don't do none on no cameras. Don't make it easy for them to find out it was you. Burning the car? If you did it somewhere there was no cameras, it's gonna be real hard proving it was you. I'm not, especially if you shot out the fucking car. If you shot out that car, like, we have it, but we don't have anything in it to prove you was in it. You know what I'm saying?
Police department
I'm not mad at this right now.
And after months of detective work, analyzing surveillance footage, talking to witnesses, and piecing together the evidence, they identified their suspect, Anthony Green, aka Choppa Wop. The police put out a warrant for his arrest, and eventually a Mississippi highway patrolman caught him months later during a routine traffic stop. Choppa Wop was arrested and charged with first-degree murder for the killing of Octavius Atkins. But here's the thing, fam. While Choppa Wop was sitting in jail waiting for his murder trial, he also had another charge hanging over his head. A theft charge. Something way less serious than murder, obviously, but it's important because this is where the system gets messy. He made bond on that theft charge while he was still locked up on the murder case. So technically, he had posted bail for one charge, but he was still being held on the more serious murder charge. Y'all following me so far? Good, because this is where it gets absolutely insane.
If y'all don't understand what AI Man is saying right now, let me break it down to you. So right now, he was already fighting a charge. I guess in the midst of fighting this charge, they got the evidence to charge him with the body. So now he's fighting a robbery and he's fighting a body. Two different cases. He gets bond for the robbery. So he posts his bond, so he gets a bail, he pays his bail, he bonds out. But in the process of bonding out, they foreseeably, I guess, overlooked the fact that this nigga was fighting murder one. So it was like a slip in the system. Somebody didn't always pay attention. Damn. But he definitely got lucky, though.
Fast forward to September 24th, 2025. Choppa Wop's murder trial finally happens. He goes in front of a jury. They hear all the evidence, the surveillance footage, the witness testimonies, the forensic analysis of that burned Mercedes, everything. The prosecutors laid out their case piece by piece, showing how Choppa Wop was the shooter, how he tried to destroy evidence, and how his actions took an innocent man's life and injured another person who was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Damn.
After hearing all of this, the jury deliberates and they come back with their verdict: guilty. Guilty of first-degree murder. In Tennessee, fam, when you get convicted of first-degree murder, you're looking at life in prison. Mandatory life sentence.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. The South is, look, the South is like that. It's most definitely cracking out there, but they're most definitely laying belt in the courtroom, nigga. Like, there's not. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Nigga, you catch a hat, you're, like he said, you're gone for life. Like, they damn near believe in eye for an eye. You took a life, we'll damn near take the rest of yours. You're not gonna see the light of day again unless we say so. Bro, I don't know how niggas in Florida, Texas, Bama, nigga, the Tennessee, I don't know how, Atlanta, I don't know how niggas do it. But niggas be real going dumb in the streets like they can't get the rest of their life took from them. On no funny shit.
On the wrist. This ain't something where you do 10 years and get out on good behavior. This is your life is over type of conviction. So everybody in that courtroom, the prosecutors, the victim's family, the judge, they all thinking this man is about to be processed and sent straight to a maximum security prison for the rest of his life.
Nigga,
the victim's family probably felt some sense of relief, thinking justice had finally been served after 5 years of waiting. But here's what really happened, and I need y'all to pay close attention because this is where everything goes completely off the rails. After that jury said guilty, Choppa Wop was supposed to be taken back into custody, his bonds revoked, and his paperwork processed to show he's now a convicted murderer serving a life sentence. The court clerk should have immediately updated the system, sent the conviction paperwork to the jail, and made sure everyone knew that this man could not be released under any circumstances. But somewhere between that courtroom and the jail system, somebody fucked up, and I mean fucked up badly. At 2:00,
I ain't gonna lie, it might have been a long day in that motherfucker, boy. You ever been to the courthouse, nigga? You ever sat in a courtroom, nigga? Went, man, bruh. Man, I ain't gonna lie. She probably had a long day in that motherfucker. She probably wanted to, to stop, get something to eat, do all that on the way back over to the office and shit. And look, bro, look what it did. It bought 38 minutes, bro. 38 minutes. Like, this nigga was in jail for 38 minutes for murder one. Got let out, and they probably, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The Shiesty got some money now. And he back rolling and shit. I like, if he's still in Tennessee, if they find him in Tennessee, these are the dumbest niggas we'd fucking know. Like, if they find this nigga, it's most likely gonna be in a state far as shit away. Like, he not leaving the country. He don't gotta leave the country, money. But he can take his dumb ass out Cali for sure.
Poplar, that's the main jail facility in Memphis. When Choppa Wop's paperwork came through, the only documents they had on file were showing that he had paid bond on his theft charge. The documents showing that he had just been convicted of first-degree murder and that all his bonds should be revoked. Those papers hadn't been processed yet. They were probably sitting on somebody's desk or stuck in some bureaucratic nightmare or lost in the shuffle of hundreds of other cases being processed that day. But they weren't in the system. And in the jail system, if it's not in the computer, it might as well not exist. So what did the jail do? They released him. They let a convicted murderer walk right out the front door.
They had no
38 minutes, fam. 38 minutes after being found guilty of first-degree murder.
I'm saying, though, you feel me?
Choppa Wop was a free man on the streets of Memphis.
38
His
minutes.
attorney, a lawyer named Brandon Hall, even confirmed this to the media. Hall told Fox 13 that it was a clerical error, a paperwork mistake that allowed his client to walk. And get this, Hall said the jail usually takes forever to release people. He's constantly complaining that his clients sit in intake for 2 days waiting to get processed out. People who made bond on minor charges, people who should have been released immediately, they're sitting there for 48 hours because the system is so backed up and inefficient. But somehow, they got Choppa Wop out in 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, they got an inside man. You don't gotta tell me too much. They got an inside man. They most definitely got somebody in the county jail working. They got somebody. Somebody little hoe, you feel me? Somebody bitch. A nigga mama maybe. A nigga auntie maybe. You feel me? So like, I don't know. Somebody they know is working in that joint though. You just told me there's niggas that get simple charges as tickets. Or failure to appears. And niggas sit 48 hours. After they already paid to be bonded out. This nigga paid a bond, goes to court, gets found guilty for murder one, sits in a cell for 38 minutes and gets released. For the bond that he paid before he was found guilty for murder. That, man,
One time they're efficient, it's to release a damn murderer. You can't make this shit up. Now, the Memphis Police Department realized their mistake the next day, September 25th, 2025. Somebody finally processed that conviction paperwork, saw what happened, and immediately started sounding alarms. They immediately issued a new warrant for Anthony Green, charging him again with first-degree murder, employment of a firearm with intent to commit a felony, and criminal attempted first-degree murder for that 49-year-old man who got shot. But by that time, Choppa Wop was ghost. Gone.
Yeah, I bet.
Disappeared into thin air. He had a whole 24-hour head start, and in that time, he could have gotten anywhere.
They didn't know? Oh, shit. They didn't know until the next day? What? Man, y'all...
What?
For real?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The next day, 24 hours, bruh? That nigga, bro, 24... He had a 24-hour head start. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought they didn't know until, like... It was time to take Shawty from, you know what I mean, to the prison, like maybe transport him. Because you know that, like, most of the time, you get booked and shit after you lose. Yeah, damn. So hold on, bruh. Because you know, like, all right, so like when you get locked up at the courthouse and shit, there's a little gel I need to drink. You there for a little bit. Ooh, while they try to figure out who about to transport you or how you about to get transported to the county. So he went there and then made it to the county, sat out the county for 30... Bro, what the fuck? Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. This is actually crazier than I thought. Because this nigga they had minimal opportunity to make sure this nigga did not leave. And they let him go. And then they didn't know that they let him go until the next fucking day? Who the fuck was working the desk? That nigga deserves all types of smacks. Man.
State, to a safe house, somewhere deep in the country where nobody would think to look. And this is where Pooh Shiesty's name starts getting thrown into the mix.
He got that
See,
money.
The street's been talking, fam. And according to multiple sources and what investigators are allegedly looking into, they believe Pooh Shiesty has been helping Choppa Wop stay hidden. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Pooh Shiesty is locked up himself right now, doing his own time on federal charges for that shooting in Miami. How the hell is he helping somebody from behind bars? But that's the thing about loyalty in these streets. Even from prison, Pooh allegedly been—
Hold on. When was this video? Pooh home. Oh, hold on. You talking about? Wait, hold on. Pooh is helping this nigga. Sweet, this ain't. Hold on. This nigga got out when Pooh was locked up, gang, and they're trying to say Pooh has been funding this nigga on the run from before he even came home while he was locked up. So he was locked up. His homie gets locked up, gets let out accidentally, and he's funding his murder. What? Wait, no, my fault. He's funding. He's. What?
Making moves, sending money, providing resources, and connecting Choppa Wop with people who can keep him safe and hidden. Let me break down what investigators suspect is happening, because this is some organized shit. First off, money. Choppa Wop can't just be out here on the run with no funds.
No
he
bullshit.
needs cash to eat, to move around, to pay for places to stay, to switch locations frequently, to buy new clothes so he doesn't look the same, to pay people to keep quiet. When you're a fugitive, everything costs money,
No
and you
bullshit.
need a steady flow of it. And word on the street is that Pooh Shiesty been funneling money to Choppa Wop through various channels. Whether that's through family members, mutual friends, or people in their crew, the money is allegedly flowing. We're talking about thousands of dollars, enough to keep a man
And this is
comfortable
all
while
before
he's dodging
Pooh
a
came
murder warrant.
home.
Now let me explain how this money movement probably works, because it ain't as simple as Pooh just wiring cash from prison. Nah, it's way more sophisticated than that. Pooh Shiesty, even though he was locked up, still had access to his money. He's got royalties coming in from his music, he's got investments, he's got accounts that his team manages. What investigators believe is happening is that Pooh is instructing people on the outside, maybe his lawyer, maybe family members, maybe trusted associates, to move money in ways that can't be easily traced back to Choppa Wop. They might be using cash apps under fake names, sending money to multiple people who then pass it along, using cryptocurrency to make transactions harder to track, or even just passing physical cash through a chain of people. It's called structuring, and it's designed to avoid detection. The feds are good at following money trails, but when you break it up into small amounts and move it through multiple hands, it becomes a lot harder to prove where it's ultimately going. Second, safe houses. You can't be on the run and just be staying at any random spot. You need places where you can lay low, where people aren't gonna snitch.
But at the same time, I'm not about to go to my rich homie's crib. My homie rich as hell, and my homie doing a bid right now. It would be the what, bro? I know he ain't go to Shiesty crib because they still looking for him. You feel me? Like, he ain't go to Shiesty crib. There's no one would do that. No one in their right mind that's on the run is gonna go to the most rich and famous nigga's crib they know. Everyone knows you know the nigga. Why the fuck would you go there?
Investigators believe Pooh Shiesty been connecting Choppa Wop with safe houses, probably through his network of people in Memphis and surrounding areas. These are places owned by people who are loyal to the crew, who understand that snitching is the worst thing you can do, and who are willing to risk catching charges themselves to help a homie. We're talking about trap houses, rental properties under fake names, homes owned by people who are so far removed from the situation that police wouldn't even think to check them. Third, resources. I'm talking about burner phones, fake IDs, transportation, everything you need to stay mobile and off the radar. Choppa Wop can't be using his real phone because police can track that through cell towers and GPS. He can't be driving his own car because the license plate is flagged in every law enforcement database in the country. So he needs constant access to new phones that he uses for a few days, then throws away, new vehicles that aren't registered to him, and people who can move him around without raising suspicion. And
I don't think you got to do the whole new phones every day and he's definitely moved around a little bit, but because, and I'm saying I don't think you got to do all that everyday shit because you got a homie like Pooh that got some money, that knows the other niggas that got some money. Like, you ain't the one that's famous. you got a famous homie. Let's get that understood. The nigga that's famous have a lot harder chance of going on a run because people are a lot more recognizable of your face when you go out in public. But if you just that nigga's homie up, and no offense, but one of them niggas in the background, bro, you can go on the run. You don't gotta change your phone every day. You're not in your car. You're not using your regular phone for sure. But you couch surfing. But you're not couch surfing every day. I mean, you're good here for a couple months, and then you should go here for a couple months, and then it's probably cool that you go there for a couple months. Unless you're in a city that's just ridden with dumb crime as it is. Like if you're in a Chicago, if you're in like a LA, nigga, you might not. You could probably sit in them cities for a little while and not get caught. Especially if you're not from there. Like I think this AI nigga might be gassing.
Investigators think Pooh Shiesty's connections are providing all of that. This is where the Memphis street network becomes crucial. Pooh Shiesty knows people in every neighborhood, every area code, every corner of the city. He's got connections in Tennessee, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, all over the South. With just a few phone calls from prison, he could set up a whole underground railroad type system for Choppa Wop, moving him from place to place, always staying one step ahead of law enforcement. Now y'all might be wondering, how do they even know Pooh Shiesty is involved? Well, for one, the FBI and Memphis police have been monitoring communications. When you're in federal prison like Pooh, your phone calls are recorded, your mail is read, your visits are watched. Everything you say and do is under surveillance. If Pooh is making moves, they're gonna pick up on it. They're listening for code words, watching for patterns, analyzing who he's talking to and what he's saying. Even if Pooh is being careful and not saying anything directly incriminating, investigators can read between the lines. But it's not just about direct evidence, it's also about patterns and associations. When they start tracking where Choppa Wop has been spotted, who's been helping him, and where the money is coming from, a lot of it allegedly traces back to people connected to Pooh Shiesty. They're looking at financial records, phone records, surveillance.
See, you're not telling me what we... Come on, bro, but you're not telling me what's important, though. Who? Like, who? Like who? Where has he been seen? You start there. Start there. Where has he been seen at?
Surveillance footage from areas where they think Choppa Wop might have been. They're interviewing people, putting pressure on low-level associates who might know something, offering deals to anyone willing to cooperate. The streets in Memphis are tight-knit, fam, but they're not impenetrable. Somebody always knows something, and when the feds start applying pressure, people start talking. Maybe it's someone who got pulled over with a large amount of cash and doesn't want to catch a money laundering charge. Maybe it's someone who let Choppa Wop stay at their house for a week and now realizes they could be charged with harboring a fugitive. When people start facing their own prison time, loyalty starts to crack. Everybody knows Choppa Wop and Pooh Shiesty go way back. They from the same circles, they got mutual homies, and in that world, when one of your people is in trouble, you don't turn your back. You help, no matter what, even if it means catching a federal conspiracy charge yourself. That's the code, and Pooh Shiesty been known to hold that code down heavy. In his music, in his interviews before he got locked up, Pooh always talked about loyalty being everything. He talked about never switching on his people, about...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all want me to be honest with you? I think he could have did it. Like, he could have most definitely did it. Like, helped them ever since he been on the run. But it's like, man, I don't think we'll ever really know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, it's not like we're looking for the rapper. We're looking for the rapper's homie. And as long as he's not seen with the rapper, the nigga's damn near safe. I'm not gonna lie. And, like, is that gonna be hard? I mean, shit, I don't know if the relationship is as close, tight-knit bond as this nigga's making it out to be, then it might be. But I don't know. We'll just have to see that when that shit comes. But it's y'all boy Sluu Hustle. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe on your way out. Check the description below for a chance to win some free money, man. I am not trying to scam you. You don't gotta send me shit. Just follow the steps below, and I'll send your little ass some money.